Hello, everyone. Happy Monday and welcome to Meditation Monday. So we are here tonight. We're going to do some meditation. We're going to talk about some things, some energy around intention and how to kind of check in with that. Hello. But first off, I want to say thank you, everyone, for being here. Hello, Purple Princess. Hello, Diane. How are you guys tonight? Thank you for taking your time to spend your evening with me on Meditation Mondays. So tonight, before we get into meditation, before we learn to sit in our cosmic inner and higher self, I want to talk about mostly New Year's 2023. We're all in January. We're all in this new space. Hey, Alex, how's it going? Welcome to the show. We're all in this space of, some of us are making New Year's resolutions. Some of us are just kind of sitting back and, just kind of checking in with ourselves, or we're really in this deep space of work with the shadow selves and the shadow parts, or the parts of us that are incongruent to the version of ourselves that we're ready to unleash and unfold and discover in 2023 and make space for. But here's the thing, we all get into this place where we get to the new year and we're like, oh, we got to set this, these goals that I'm going to reach by the end of 2023. And we set ourselves up. And a lot of those times that dream, that vision board can be a really great guide and supportive cast when it comes to us keeping our focus and keeping our train of thought and staying in alignment with where we want to be. Setting the end goal in a loose, kind of beautiful way, but also staying in the process of that forward movement towards that goal. Hey, Lynn, how's it going? Happy Monday. And as we get into this space of creation, as we get into this space of vision boarding, mapping out this next little bit, or, mapping out, okay, this is what I'm sensing. This is what I'm checking with myself. This is what I'm feeling. This is what I kind of sense, or my intuition is telling me, or what is getting mirrored back to me is showing me that there's this block here. So how do I sit in the process of that? How do I discover that? How do I check in with that? And do I need to check in with that now? Or is that something that I'm going to check in with later? Because right now I'm here and I know that I need to get there, but I'm not ready for it. So I'm going to make my notes. And this is there are so many different ways to create your vision board, but also create your self-healing board, create your self-discovery board, create your path. And whether that path is the only path you take this year, or on the journey, or, moving forward, that may or may not be, because you may get to that point where you're like, okay, this is where this has led me. This is where it's guided me. But you get there and like, yeah, but that's not it. This is actually it. So that's that supportive cast, that supportive moment, that supportive idea that gets you out of your headspace and helps you clear the space within, so that you can actually discover what is the actual event, or what is maintaining or causing or creating the wall that you've run into, that you are about to overcome, so that you can get to the other side of it and be in the process of flow again towards reaching the best version of yourself, the creation of yourself that is shedding the old layers and stepping out and waking up the new part of you that has always been a part of you. It's just been kind of covered up. So I wanted to talk and really touch on the energy of our intentions. Now, most of you may, we all set intentions. We all have affirmations. We all have our rule of thumb of self-coaching. and, self-talk or self-envisioning or mindset shifting, depending on how which phrase resonates with you. But the energy of our mindset, the energy of our intentions, the energy of our daily affirmations or daily self-coaching is as important as the words that we use. So when we are getting into a place where, I don't know about you guys, but I got my little notebook here. It's kind of like my journal. A notebook that I had for one of the retreats that I did. I had an extra one left over, and I just it fit in my bag, and it kind of comes with me, and it's a part of every session. It kind of lets me jot down my ideas. But I have this with me, and I think about the things that I jot down in it, and I sit with those ideas. How does that energy of that idea, how does the energy of that intention, how does the energy of that affirmation truly sit with me? And so once you've got your intentions laid out, your affirmations laid out, your mindset reprogramming laid out, the shift in your story laid out, how do you sit with that story? How do you sit with that? How does that feel? What does that feel like? And this is as important as discovering the words that you resonate with. So, because your words matter. When you're thinking about setting in motion affirmations or intentions or mindset rituals or celebrations or gratitude, all of us can definitely, give you our version our sentences, but you really have to discover what words work for you and what sentences really inspire you, because it is your words that matter. Because when you're self-coaching and you're connecting with yourself, your subconscious mind, your conscious mind is listening to your voice. And if the phrases are empty, they're not going to inspire, they're not going to connect, they're not going to ground, they're not going to merge, they're not going to raise your vibration, they're not going to raise your frequency and your energy into that next version of yourself. It will just be something said. So when you are writing in your little book, your intention book, or making your recording or doing your post-it notes, one day, guys, I do have to show you this board because I keep pointing to it like you guys have seen it. It has to be in your words, and words, like, you have to say the things the way that resonates with you. So just remember that I am, you are is a great way to start, because you will resonate with one or the other, but making sure that it is in your words, and those words will be more powerful and more effective in helping you coach yourself, helping you really create that energy of your intention, like frequency and vibration of your mindset shift, your energy, your self shift, your inner story shift. So that is the first thing. And then once you have those words, sitting with it and checking in, how do I feel when I make this statement to myself in the inner landscape? The external landscape, we can all say a lot. We can all say we are doing things, and yeah, we're saying it, but is there a connection? Is there an energy behind that? And does that energy promote you towards your end goal, promote you towards your purpose, keep you on track? Or is there an energy underlining behind those words that may be contributing, causing, creating, or maintaining resistance, creating and building that wall? Because we're compounding at this point. When you're doing your affirmations daily, you're doing your mindset talk, you're doing your intention connection, you are compounding that into your whole being. And the more we do it, the more it becomes a part of ourselves. So checking in with your phrases and seeing, where do they sit with me? How do I sit with them? What do I feel? Not what I want to feel, but what do I feel when I make that statement, or I visualize myself reaching that goal or being in that version of myself. And the reason that I'm stressed that this is important is because when we go still with our practice, when we go still in our process of creating a daily habit, a daily support, a daily guidance, a daily connection, if we have energy, i.e. nervousness, or i.e. fear, or i.e. doubt, or anxiety, any, along those lines that isn't in the frequency, the tone, the vibration, and the energy of what it is you would like to create, that is a resistance. That is something that so if I say I am confident, yet when I say it inside, I doubt myself, or I feel uncomfortable, or I feel nervous, or I feel anxious, or I feel like guilty, or I feel shame, I feel any of those emotions and more that don't actually line up. If the energy doesn't line up with your intention, your inner landscape is going to be what you create. So that becomes attached to the intention. And so when even though when you feel confident, you're supposed to feel strong and bold and secure and safe, you're actually compounding the opposite. So that every time you tell yourself you're confident, your subconscious mind, your body, your psyche, your energetic body is feeling nervous or anxiety, and that it begins to believe that's what that associates that to those words. And then when we are putting that out into the multiverse, the universe, into all dimensions and all directions and all timelines, forwards and backwards, we're actually recreating that nervousness. We're compounding that feeling of anxiety. So if you run into this where you're like, okay, these are my words, but I don't believe them and I don't feel them, and they don't really match how I feel internally, that could be a really great opportunity and indication that there is some discord there. There's some incongruent connection there. And that might give you, if you so choose, the opportunity to follow that incongruent feeling with your intended statement, and figure out what has created the association to that statement and how you carry that, and what needs to happen for you to shift that belief program, that belief system, that programming, that mindset, that emotional connection. Where do you need to shift the story so that when you come back and you've created this space of healing and connection and understanding and unwinding and releasing, that when you come back and make that statement, you have a different energy associated to it. So it's the energy of creation and what you want to create versus the words being one thing and the energy of your intention being completely the opposite, or the feeling around that intention being the opposite. And checking in is a really great way to begin to empower and activate in flow, and really get connected into receiving and allowing yourself to sit back in stillness, but be in action, to notice the synchronicities and notice where you feel drawn to, because it aligns with what you want to create. It's guiding you, and then we compound and anchor that into our daily practice. And that becomes a part of us as we become a part of it, and it becomes a part of our energy force as the energy force becomes a part of us. It becomes a part of our path as the path becomes a part of us, and so on. So there's the domino effect. So when you're thinking about your intentions, you're thinking about your New Year's resolutions, you are thinking about what's next on your agenda of things that you would like to achieve, things that you would like to overcome, things like, thinking about the journey towards the end goal, whatever that looks like for you, whether it be a 2023 goal, whether it be a 6-month goal, a month goal, 2-month goal, a 10-year goal, 5-year goal. Where do you find those incongruents when you think about the statement of intent versus the energy of your intention, and what you need to, and working towards harmonizing that so that everything lines up, so that each and every time you sit down to shift the mindset, you sit down to support and guide yourself, to coach yourself, that your energy and your intention, your affirmation, your visualization, and the emotions and the energy around that are incongruent and are guiding you in the same direction instead of pulling you in different directions. So I know the New Year's a big thing, and we get a lot of people, and everybody's really focusing on creating that vision board. I haven't quite got mine done yet, but it's in the works. But I'm having to sit back, and that's actually what inspired today. Was I was having to sit back, and I was sitting back thinking about, where do I want to be in 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, and a year. And what do I want to create in this next year? What doors do I want to open? What doors do I want to move towards? What opportunities do I want to put out into the universe? What am I asking help for when it comes to my guides and the interdimensional light beings, and the universal consciousness? What am I asking, and what am I projecting to them, and what am I holding in my internal landscape, and how does it line up? And there was a couple of incongruent moments where I hadn't checked in a while, and I realized that there's some goals that I have and some things that I want to create that internally I feel very I had felt, because I did dive into this, I felt unworthy of creating it because of a childhood memory that was really imprinted upon me. So I had to go back and then connect into that childhood memory about, silly enough, I know, but it was about my handwriting. Because apparently I was a really messy writer as a kid, and I had to redo things, and I started hated, like I love writing, but hated writing all at once because I hated having to redo it. And so I've had this block around writing, and didn't realize that it came from that moment of me fighting with my parents about my handwriting and them wanting me to rewrite everything 6 times because, it wasn't, I get, in their opinion, legible. I thought it was fine, and I was quite happy with it. It was finished. I had things to do. I mean, I was kind of in a rush, so I probably admit it was probably really messy. But I wanted to go and hang out with my horses, and I wanted to go out and be in the barn. I had no interest in, sitting around the table doing homework for 6 hours. But so that little incongruent, really, when I think about writing the book and writing my story, it created this nervous, uncomfortable feeling of, how do I say this? I was resentful. I was like mad. It was anger. I was frustrated. It was all these little things. So, I fully admit I can't spell worth anything. That's why I have spell check, and I have utilized spell check for a lot of years of my life. I'm dyslexic, so I see things backwards, or I think that I've spelled it right in the words there, and it's not. So, but I have discovered this little handy dictation option, which is making things a little bit easier. But I totally get that, Diane. I totally get the spelling thing. It's just sitting down, and when you think about your goals, it's figuring out how, you can daily coach yourself to combine them, to move yourself forward, to motivate yourself, and finding that motivation, inspiring that motivation, encouraging and compounding that motivation, but also making sure everything lines up and there's no niggling little, past story that might be on a loop that still comes up. And it can be the smallest things. So when you think about it, when you're looking at your intentions and you're checking it, and you find something, you're like, oh, this doesn't actually make me feel the way this intention is supposed to make me feel. I don't feel like the energy around this intention is in the frequency, vibration, and tone that it should be in, that that I expect, but know that it should kind of inspire and drive you into that higher vibration. So when you think about it, asking yourself, what do I sense is in the way? And when you're meditating, you can ask your subconscious mind for that guidance. You can ask your cosmic inner and higher self for that guidance. And then I would follow this up. I totally forgot my water in the other room, and I just realized that. So, and I would follow this up is what is causing, creating, and maintaining this energetic feeling around my intention. And that's your triangle of healing. So you get into that triangle of healing, and that'll break it down into different categories. And as you complete the categories, and if there's nothing maintaining, causing, and creating, the path should be, generally clear so that you can move forward. So when you check in and you discover something, that might be a couple tools that you can utilize to find out where you need to go with your subconscious mind, where you need to go into that programming, that belief systems, and that mindset. Is a cause. What's causing this sensation? What's creating this sensation? What's maintaining it? Once that's clear, the path should be pretty open for you to redefine the story, redefine the feeling and energy around the intention, to sit with that, to be with that, to embrace that, and then every day to recreate that shift and compound and anchor that into your daily practice, your daily routine, your daily self-coaching, your daily mindset coaching, your daily energy coaching, soul journey coaching, however you want to look at it. And really that will help you build these new neural pathways, these new belief systems, these new programmings, this new version of yourself. And it will start to shed the old energies that are stagnant and stored in the physical, mental, emotional, and energetic spheres of yourself. And you will be open to move forward, and you will continue to attract what it is your internal landscape is resonating with. So that's the Meditation Monday coaching part of the day. And if you guys get stuck on this and you have questions about this, please ask, please put it out there. If you want me to dive into any of those topics a little bit deeper, just let me know, because it is one of those things that we get into that space, and I'm guilty of this, and I fully admit it. And sometimes I don't check in every day. I let I get a little preoccupied, and I need to. One of the habits that I'm going to create this year is my daily check-in. My daily check-in is taking 5 minutes when I wake up in the morning and just being like, where do I line up in my process? And I truly believe that if we are in the process, the results will they'll find their way to us. So where's my process? How do I feel about my process? Is my process still in alignment? Am I still in alignment with my process? And go from there. And if not, then I got my little handy notepad that I will make sure I write it down so I don't forget it or don't avoid it, and set time. So the other habit I'm creating this year is reading in the morning. So the first book that I've decided to read is the Atomic Habits, and rereading The Supernatural, Becoming Supernatural, both of them at the same time, and just taking 20 minutes at the start of my day. Go get your water. I know, right? It's okay. No. I can do this. It's fine. I just realized I was like all planned, and I was all like, got this. And then I realized I totally forgot it because I got stuck playing with the puppy. I know. I'm not worried. If I start coughing, I'm going to get it. Don't worry, because that's not very much fun through meditation. But yeah, I got a little walker left because I just finished the session before the show, so I had to go sneak some walker kisses, and he's growing every day. So yeah, that is today's tools and tricks. And then I thought we'd pull. Oh, we're gonna pull some cards, and we're gonna. Be the channel. This one's really, these two keep popping up. I mean, I'm clearly not listening to them. The Be the Channel and Find Your Motivation. So that is what we're going to connect with today. And see if there's another card that wants to come up for the meditation tonight. So what do we need to work on? What do we need to invite our inner cosmic self to guide us? Here we go. Okay, so again, it's being open to. It's funny this topic is coming up. Okay, so first thing we're going to ask our cosmic inner higher self is changing that. How do we change the mindset around making mistakes? Because I know that you guys and myself like to, we like to be in that space of getting it right the first time, but sometimes it takes a couple tries to get what we want right. But you know what? It's shifting the mindset around this. It's about looking at every path as success and allowing yourself to be really great at the moment that you're in. And if you discover that you're ready to U-turn and that's no longer the path that you want to take and you want to go a different direction, instead of looking at the time that you spent on that other path as failure, look at it as your success. You were really great at it for the time being. And in that wisdom and in that learning and in that understanding, you were able to achieve and realize that maybe that is not the direction, but that direction will have given you tools that will help you make that U-turn and head into that next direction, that next path, more openly, more freely, and more abundantly. So spending time with that, and then next week, be present. Ooh. Just kind of confirmation about tonight is checking in. Where are you at? How are you being present with your energy around your intentions, and your intentions and the energy that are holding your intentions and the energy that you're compounding. So taking time every day to be present. Learning to sit with your inner and higher cosmic self is definitely about being present in that moment and allowing yourself to observe and witness. So and then commit. Oh my God. Well, this is your daily practice, guys. This is your daily connection, and making time for yourself every day, and to give yourself the opportunity to honor yourself as you would honor somebody else in your life, the way you support other people, and giving yourself the opportunity to support yourself and committing to that. Even little actions, baby steps, guys. You don't need to go run the marathon tomorrow, but it's setting up a plan that you feel you resonate with, that is going to help you stay on that flow of self-commitment. Whatever that is, self-commitment to your process. You know what the end goal looks like. Have your picture that represents the end goal, and then know that it's happened, and be open and willing to be in your process each and every day. And that commitment will continue. Those micro moments are going to turn into the big story. So I know. Well, we're all, yeah. We've been trained to think to work on. We've been trained to work on being perfect, or that if we're not perfect, then we're not doing it right. And that programming, there's a programming there. And if you can, another way to look at this is call out the part of yourself that is the programming around being perfect, and figure out what's creating, maintaining, and causing it, and see if you unwind all those different layers, how that may shift for you and may shift within you, and open up a little bit of freedom. And when you talk about the path, choreographic, we're talking about your life is already, you've got all these paths choreographed. Every path, every part of your blueprint has been set in motion. Now, which path you choose, which path you take will be based on your energy and your perception in the moment at the present time. But don't worry, they're all going to lead you where you need to go. Even if they are U-turns, they will get you where you need to go, because maybe that U-turn is what inspires you to take the next step in a different direction that leads you exactly where you were meant to be. And everything happens in divine timing. So let's do some meditation. Let's go sit in our cosmic self. Let's go connect with our cosmic self. Let's get into that multiple universe dimension, the multiverse, and see where that etheric realm, and see what your cosmic inner and higher self would like to show you today based on the pulling of the cards. So let's see, where is my other and the music? We're going to put this music on today. So I come back. There we go. Because I really love this music. There's just something about this music that honestly makes me happy. So for those of you in my Tuesday night class, you guys know this music well. I meditate to this music personally. Since I found it, it's just sat so good, and it feels so good. And it always seems to take me into that other space easily and abundantly. So tonight, guys, when you're ready, when you're willing, let's go ahead and sit down. And what I will do is I will cut and copy the link for this, and I will post it in the comments so that you guys can find this channel on YouTube, because they always have such amazing music. All right, let's do this, guys. So when you're ready, just a quick sound check. Is it soft enough or is it too loud, guys? Before we get started, I totally forgot about that. And P.S. Purple Princess, I still haven't figured out how to make you a monitor. It's really weird. I only get this when I click where I think I'm supposed to click. It does not give me that option, but I will be Googling that. So I'm thinking the sound is good. So when you're ready, when you're willing, let's go ahead and find that spot to sit, to lay, to rest, to wherever you choose to do the meditation today. As long as you're not driving or, doing something that requires your full concentration. Thank you, Diane. All right. So as your eyes close down, let's take a couple of those good and those long, deep, centering and calming breaths. That's right. Let's go ahead and take some centering deep and calming breaths, and breathe with ease. Breathe into your nose, out through your mouth. And as you breathe out, when you're ready and willing, giving yourself permission to release and let go any and all forms of stress or tightness. That's right. Then you may sense or feel yourself holding in your body. Imagine that exhale that is comprised of the energies that represent stress and tightness, that you may sense or feel yourself holding in the mind and the body, in the energetic spheres of your being. Imagine them drifting away on the breeze like a soft feather, floating far, far away, releasing it to the universe, letting it go bit by bit, breath by breath. As in your mind's eye, you sense, feel, or imagine each exhale is comprised of any and all energies that represent stress or worries or cares or tension or tightness that you may sense or feel yourself holding in your body, in your mind, in your energetic spheres. Just let them release, let go. Imagine them like feathers floating away on a gentle summer breeze, far, far away up into the universe. Where that energy will be returned to source and you return to oneness, replenished, renewed, restored to its highest vibration of love and light. And as you breathe in, when you're ready, setting that intent, imagine, sense, and feel that every breath in is comprised of light and love, universal light, universal love, soul light, soul energy. That's right. Every breath comprised of universal soul, light, and love, filling and flowing into every muscle, every nerve, every fiber, every part of your physical body, into every cell, into every chakra, into every meridian and acupoint. Every breath in, lighting you up from the inside out. As you breathe in, feel that flow of light, feel that energy of love move into your muscles. You may feel this as a softening, as a lightness, or perhaps something else. As you breathe in, giving yourself permission to become a part of that light, love energy, that universal light, love energy. Is that light, love energy is a part of you. Let it move from the top of your head through the palms of your hands, your fingers, and your thumbs. Let your inhale move from your palms of your hands all the way down to your hips. From your hips down, down, down to the soles of your feet. Every breath in, replenishing, renewing the energy of universal light and love. Every exhale, imagine any and all forms, energies of stress, worries, or cares, tension or tightness, like feathers floating away on a gentle summer breeze, fading far, far away. And as those feathers float away, release, let go of any energy, connection, cords, or imprints. With stress, worries, or cares, tightness, or tension. And as your breath is set in motion, let your breath be soft and natural. Let your breath become soothing and comforting. Let your breath become steady, gentle, and soft. Let your breath be the guide to being present. Present with where your breath goes as you breathe in, and where your breath goes as you breathe out. Notice how you notice this, the flow, the depth, the movement, the ease, the sensation, the texture, the temperature of the breath you breathe. And as you sit and be present with your breath, you may find your mind drifts quite a bit. And whenever you notice your mind drifting far, far away, when you become aware, come back to the breath you breathe, the path from the outside world around you to that inner home base, forming, guiding, connecting. That's right. As you sit present with your breath, when you're ready and willing, imagine, sense, and feel your breath as a path guiding you into home base, guiding you into that beautiful space. And when you feel at ease with the sounds and the space around you, let yourself move deeper now and deeper down. Imagine walking across your path, moving inward to that space of sanctuary, that place of calm connection, that place where you feel secure, rooted, and grounded, where you feel alive and light, where you feel rested and nourished, where you feel connected and at peace. And as you begin to move towards home base, notice the breath you breathe and how it guides you, how it connects with you, how it inspires you. And how it welcomes you home to that center core, that home base, that next level of inner self embrace. And as you reach home base, take a moment to notice the landscape of this special place. Notice the textures, the temperatures, the colors, the scenery, the presence of home base, that center core. A very special and loving space, deep within, deeper down. And notice how you notice as you sit and be present with this beautiful space. The energy, the presence, the flow, the comfort, the calm, the light, the love, the connection. And if you feel so inclined, giving yourself permission to rest in this space, to receive comfort and calm, to be rooted and grounded, to be light and flexible, to be connected and peaceful, to be restful and resting, to be present and observing. Take a moment to witness how you notice and observe this inner landscape. Notice how you know that you are in your home base. Notice what you feel as you remain present in this beautiful place. And as your exhale still clears and cleanses the last traces of stress, worries, or cares, tension, or tightness from your mind and your body, as you breathe in, you breathe in the presence and the energy of home base into every muscle, nerve, fiber, every part of you, resting, receiving, comfortably calming, connecting, grounded and rooted, strong and sturdy, light and flexible. And in a moment, I'm going to count from 10 down to 1. And with each and every number from 10 down to 1, I want you to imagine that you're stepping down on a beautiful staircase that is comprised of light energy. And as this staircase is comprised of universal light energy, you may notice the different rays of the universe, the reds, the oranges, the yellows, the greens, the blues, the indigos, the violet flames, the golds, the silvers, the whites, the pinks, and every beautiful shade in between. And as you take a step down on this beautiful staircase comprised of universal energy, you breathe in that universal light. And as you exhale, it takes you twice as deep as you were before, feeling twice as calm and connected than ever before. And when we get all the way down to 1, you'll be standing on a beautiful platform in front of the most magnificent door. And this door is your door into the subconscious mind once more, into the multiverse, into that etheric realm, into the landscape of your cosmic inner and higher self. So when you're ready now, let's begin to move down these steps from 10, stepping all the way down to 9, breathing in that universal light energy with every breath you breathe, As you go twice as deep as you were before, deeper down than ever before, down to 8, feeling comfortably calm and at ease, becoming lighter and lighter and more free as you step down to 7, deeper still, deeper down into the calmness, into that inner sanctuary, calmly connected, rooted and grounded, light and flexible. Stepping down to 6 and deeper yet, and deeper still, deeper within. And the closer you get to your door, the deeper you can go. And the deeper you choose to go, the deeper now you will flow. All the way down to 5 times deeper than before. 5 times calmer and more at peace. As you get lighter and lighter, you softly, gently let go and release, doubling down to 4. No time, no space, no thought. Just moving gently and softly down to 3. Perhaps beginning as though you were floating on air, drifting, floating, and free. More and more calm, down to 2. Feel the ease of moving forward. Feel the calm of connection, expanding, deepening, and flowing down, down, down to 1. And as you find yourself now on that last step, feel the presence of your door materializing in front of you as you step down once more onto that beautiful platform. And as you stand in front of this door that is comprised of universal light energy on the other side, you know that this is the multiverse, the landscape of your cosmic inner and higher self, the space of your subconscious mind, where you'll be able to connect clearly and easily with your cosmic inner and higher self. So when you're ready, go ahead and place your hand on the handle of that door and open up the door and step on through into the landscape of your cosmic inner and higher self, that ethereal realm, that multiverse space, that sanctuary of universal love and energy. And as you move through the door, when you're ready, close the door behind you and watch as the energy that is comprised and built this door fades off into the far distance, sparkling and shining, shimmering brightly, luminous and free, floating like a feather on a gentle summer breeze. And when you feel and sense the energy that was comprised of your door has faded off into the far, far distance once more, take a moment to notice the landscape of the multiverse, the dimension, the connection to your cosmic inner and higher self. And notice how you notice this cosmic space. Perhaps taking a moment to notice the quality of energy of this beautiful place, of the ethereal realm of the multiverse, where you'll be able to connect in the part of you that is your cosmic inner and higher self. Notice the temperature of this space. Notice the scenery of this beautiful space. Notice your breath as you're present in this beautiful place, observing, witnessing, noticing what you notice, what you sense, what you feel, what you see, what you know, what you understand, what you hear, what you smell, what you taste. And if you so choose, allowing all your senses to open widely now as you take a moment to wander, to be present and present in the presence of the multiverse, the ethereal space, the landscape of your cosmic inner and higher self. And just take a moment to notice how you notice this connection. This connection is a part of you, and you are part of your cosmic inner and higher self. And as you take a moment to be present in this space, I'm going to go quiet. And if you choose, inviting your cosmic inner and higher self to give you any and all guidance that is most needed for you in this life at this present time, that is for your greatest and highest good. And as you ask for any and all guidance, take a moment to observe and notice how you sense the presence of this guidance from your cosmic inner and higher self. You may see it, you may feel it, you may be aware of it through your sixth sense, you may smell it, you may taste it, but just allow yourself to receive that higher guidance from your cosmic inner and higher self that is most needed for you in this life at this present time for your greatest and highest purpose. And as your connection with your cosmic inner and higher self expands, as you learn to sit with the presence of your cosmic inner and higher self, as you learn to be present and still and observe and witness, to receive and connect openly, clearly, and abundantly with each and every breath you breathe. Knowing that when we return to your physical body and we come back to the here and the now, you'll be able to retain and recall the divine guidance, the divine connection to your cosmic inner and higher self will continue to expand, grow, and deepen, widen, and open and clear with every day that passes, if you so choose to give that permission. So taking a couple deep breaths and taking a moment to thank this inner multiverse space, this etheric realm of your landscape of your cosmic inner and higher self. And know that your cosmic inner and higher self is a part of you, as you are part of your cosmic inner and higher self. And each and every time you think of your cosmic inner and higher self, you're opening the door to that communication. You're clearing, opening, strengthening, and deepening that flow of connection. And bringing that flow of connection back into the mortal realm, divinely protected in all directions, in all dimensions, in all multiverses. And as you go and celebrate this connection, this opening of flow, know that you are divinely protected in all directions, in all dimensions, in all timelines, forward and backwards, in all multiverses. And that you are connected to your cosmic inner and higher self more and more with every day that passes, if you so choose. And so when you're ready, imagine getting up in that landscape and turning around and finding your door that led you to this multiverse, this landscape of your cosmic inner and higher self materializing before you. All of the energy of the universe coming forward to create this beautiful door before you. Notice all the different light patterns, how it's luminous and bright, yet soft and easy on the eyes, shimmering and shining. This door, and every time you think of this door and you choose to enter in, you will enter into the landscape, the multiverse, the etheric realm of your cosmic inner and higher self connection. And when you're ready now, taking a deep breath and opening the door and stepping through back onto that platform. And once on the other side, standing on the platform, when you're ready, close your door once again and watch as it turns into universal light particles and fades far, far, far away. But knowing that any time you recall this door, it will be instantly back there for you, waiting for you to enter. And as you stand on that platform, knowing you'll be able to retain and recall the connection to your cosmic inner and higher self, into that multiverse, that etheric realm and consciousness of the landscape of your cosmic inner and higher self, easily and confidently, wonderfully and beautifully, knowing that you are divinely protected in all multiverses, all directions, all dimensions, all timelines, forward and backwards. And now we begin to ascend back up the stairs, starting with that first step that leads to that second step that leads to the third step, this third step that leads to the fourth step, the fourth step that leads to the fifth step, the fifth step that leads to the sixth step, the sixth step that leads to the seventh step, the seventh step that leads to the eighth step, feeling your consciousness come back into the here and now, coming back to your physical body. And that eighth step that leads to the ninth step, feeling more aware and more alert. And that ninth step that leads to the 10th step. And as you step up to that 10th step, you step back into your home base, into that inner landscape of self, source, and soul, where that connection is expanding, deepening, and clearing and growing. Your connection to your cosmic inner and higher self is getting stronger and stronger day by day. That intuitive universal consciousness becoming a part of your physical reality, and knowing that you can retain and recall the guidance that is for your highest and greatest purpose in this life at this present time. And as you rest in home base, take a moment to be present with the breath you breathe, feeling lighter and lighter, a little more connected, grounded, and free. And in a moment, I'm going to count from 1 to 5. At 5, you'll be fully aware, fully alert, fully present, and in the here and now. Feeling alive and thriving, feeling connected to your cosmic inner and higher self more and more as the days pass. 1. Feel the cosmic inner higher self guidance coming forward into the mortal and physical reality that is most needed for you in this life at this present time for your greatest and highest purpose, coming back clearly and easily. 2. Feel the love and light within you, expanding, deepening, and creating a prism, a connection into a divine sacred space that will allow you to be consciously and subconsciously more and more aligned with your cosmic inner and higher self, daily, day after day and beyond. And 3, feel the bend in your legs and your arms. Feel the flow of your body, grounded and soft, light and at ease. Feel the flow of inner peace gently and softly increase. And 4, your eyes are crystal clear, beginning to move your bend and move your fingers and your toes, the bend in your legs, stretching, moving your arms, moving your head, the surface beneath you, the space around you, allowing the sound of the music to bring you back into the here and now, more and more conscious, more and more aware, more and more alert and present in the physical body. And 5, fully emerge, fully aware, fully alert. Take a deep breath. And yawning, stretching, coming back into the moment, coming back into your body, coming back into the here and now. And as you open your eyes, taking a moment to celebrate and be grateful for the connection and learning to sit with and in your cosmic inner and higher self vibration, tone, and frequency landscape, and feeling more and more confident in that connection to your cosmic inner and higher self each and every day in every way from this day forward and onward. Well done, everybody. Welcome back. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Good. There we go. Got the link for everybody. All right. Probably should have. I'm gonna copy. Pause. Go. Just turning off the music. There we go. Nah, I've got it organized. Woo. So here I put the link for the YouTube link for that music in case you want to download that and save it to your playlist. So there we go, guys. Thank you for tonight. Well, hopefully the replay wasn't my internet cutting in and out. We had a snowstorm today, so you never know. It could be me. I don't have high speed here, and I'm really hoping this is my plug. Somebody get high speed to where I am, please and thank you. Yeah. So thank you guys. I had a lot of fun. There's the link. I hope that you guys have a wonderful week. For those of you, I'm going to see you tomorrow. You're always welcome, Alex. Thank you for being here. Then I think, let me check the calendar because I'm pretty sure Jenny and I have a show tonight. Show this week, Thursday. Yeah, so Jenny and I are going to have a show this week, so I will be posting that soon. The Rooted Goddess. Can't wait to see what where we go with that. That's going to be exciting. We're going to be pulling cards. You guys know, like, pulling cards are part of the program now because it's not me. Oh, it might be. I'm just saying it might be. It's been me in the past, and wouldn't be surprised if it was. Every time I actually start doing this, I know in the last little while, because of all the downloads that are happening and all the shifts that are starting in the energy, vibrational energy that's happening right now, is that the internet is definitely feeling it. Because the other day, I think it was last Thursday, I was doing sessions and it was like had power surges in one session 3 times as we were getting into that space. So it's a very interesting process. I know the more that we download and we integrate these light codes, that electronics are going to be more affected. So if you find that, that could be happening. So one tool for that, Dan, is asking your electronics to be able to be in harmony with your vibrational changes as you go into these journeys, and asking your energies to not disconnect electronics. And that little statement there can really help, so that you can stay in that space. You can download the light codes and the frequencies that are helping you shed the old version and step into the inner version of yourself in this physical reality. But it does stop sometimes that frequency connect kind of interruption. So that's just a little something I do every once in a while. I definitely have to do that Thursday, and actually Friday as well. So it, just a little tool and trick that I use. Most of the time it works. Sometimes it talks back, but that's okay. I don't mind it talking back every once in a while. And then usually if it's really talking back, it probably means I have to pay attention to something. So yes, see you tomorrow. Have a great night, guys. Thank you for being here. And much love to everyone. All right. So I will talk to you soon. I will see some of you tomorrow, and I'll see some of you on Thursday. Woo, woo. Cheers, guys. Happy Monday, and have a wonderful week. You're all amazing.